A royal wedding fever today may have been a distraction for voters and politicians, but it doesn't appear to be affecting interest in the federal election as the campaign winds down. Political parties are pulling out all the stops this weekend to make sure that their supporters get to the polls Monday. Candidates are shaking hands, knocking on doors, and meeting as many people as they can before voting day. And election night could be a nail-biter, with the latest poll for CTV and the Globe and Mail showing the NDP in second place, trailing the Conservatives by 5 points. Stephen Andrew has the story.
And we will be voting for you.
Thank you. 3 days before Canadians go to the polls, and candidates are out securing every vote they can.
Okay. Hello, I'm Denise Savoy.
And the NDP incumbent in Victoria isn't taking anything for granted.
Just judging from the people I've been talking to on the doorsteps, they really seem to be engaged, and that's interesting. They're watching what's happening with the new Democrat.
Bolstered by surging popularity, Jack Layton is making 2 stops in Conservative ridings in BC, including Vancouver Island North tonight, where polls suggest the NDP message is gaining ground.
Remember when Stephen Harper promised to make life more affordable? Then he cooked up a backroom deal to force the HST on you and your families with no input and no warning.
Some political analysts are calling it the Jack factor, and they say the surge is engaging voters in a way not seen for some time.
His ears are going to be ringing from across the country as people talk about what this could mean for Canadian politics.
UVic political scientist Dennis Pilon believes what's also interesting in this campaign is not what candidates are talking about, but what appears to have dropped off their radar.
It's been funny to see the issues in this campaign that have not garnered the headlines. Environment, homelessness.
Polls indicate those issues, major issues in the last election, have all but disappeared from the minds of voters. So what's going to drive the vote? Pilon believes the talk around the breakfast table this Saturday and Sunday is certainly going to be Jack Layton and the surge in the NDP. But he says that could backfire and drive supporters of the other parties to the polls on Monday.
So we're all going to work really hard this weekend to encourage people to get out and vote on Monday.
To combat the orange surge, the Conservatives are reminding people of the early 1990s, when the NDP swept to power in Ontario.
High taxes, high unemployment, huge increases in the welfare rolls.
Liberal leader Michael Ignatieff is also trying to rally supporters. With time running out, he's still hoping to convince voters his party is the one to turn to. Denise Savoy isn't taking voter preference for granted. She says she's in it to win it, one person at a time, and encouraging them to vote on Monday. In Victoria, Stephen Andrew, A News.